So how was your day?
Dude, I'm working under a 72 Chevy, changing out the transmission. The jack broke. I had to lift the car up off.
Oh yeah? I got a better one. I was doing a brake job on a 98 F-150 the other day. I had this big screwdriver. I'm prying on the calipers. The damn thing broke. It stuck right in my forehead.
Shaw, that's nothing. This one time, at mechanics camp, I shoved a shock absorber up.
Get her another drink.
We are Wayland, and you just got buzzed! Don't change the
Sequence start. 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Here we are in Lansing, Michigan at Uli's House of Rock. Hope you guys are ready for a fantastic show. We've got Pop Evil. We're going to take you to Connections Comedy Club for some awesome stand-up. Got a good friend of mine. We're going to go visit him. He's up from Texas. He's going to do a little entertaining for you. But right now, the good people at Uli's would like to say something to you.
We're at Uli's, and you just got buzzed!
Hey folks, thanks for joining us today. We have a special guest, Mr. Joe Taco Land Russell.
Hi there.
Woo, that's when you hear the crowd
Jackson.
roar.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've been living down in Texas for a while?
Yeah, for a good long time now. We've been down in Texas for about 14 years. South Texas, yeah. By way of Jackson, Michigan, St. Louis, Missouri, and San Antonio, Texas.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Joe and I went to high school together.
Yes.
Which was just a few years ago, really. You know, the Joe Russell that I knew was just Joe Russell. Right. Where did Taco Land come from?
Well, the namesake Taco Land comes from an interesting place in South Texas. It was a small bar in a tough neighborhood where for maybe 20 or 30 years kids gathered and played punk rock, jazz music, rock and roll, all the kind of unwanted music of South Texas kind of gathered there and became more than just a place, but kind of a happening, right? And back in 2005, a bad thing happened at Taco Land. Some bad guys walked in and shot a gentleman named Ramiro, and killed him. And the place laid vacant for a long time. Music kind of died out, if you will. I actually live in that neighborhood, and I'm a big fan of Taco Land as a musician, and decided in 2010, Rusty, to name my musical endeavors going forward Taco Land. To put a stamp in the ground, if you will, to say this place shouldn't be forgotten for what it was. And now it's a memorial with awesome graffiti. I recommend anybody watching the show, Google Taco Land, ignore where you find me and look at the next link and you'll see the story of Taco Land. It's been done by NPR. I think there's a few good documentaries out there on television. A really neat thing. And it's something that we try and remember in the music we do to keep independent music alive.
So it's really a tribute.
It is. It is to Ram, and it is to Taco Land, and it is to independent music.
Yeah. Well, you know, until I just heard the story about where you came up with the name Taco Land, all I could think of is Jerry must be the salsa on the tacos.
He is, man. His electric guitar is magic. He's a phenomenal artist, as he was when we were kids. He's only, you know, grown in his artistic ability.
Right.
And it's great. I wish he was here now. He was actually in Jackson, I guess a month ago or so.
Oh, was he?
Came up for a family visit here, but you know, I look forward to the day, the opportunity to visit the Michigan area from a touring perspective, from playing gigs here. So we'll make that happen, and we'll be back. We'd love to be on Buzz TV again, both of us.
Oh, I would love to have you. So tell us about the video.
So the video that we're going to see is called Wonderful Rain. Interesting story, kind of straightforward in its approach, but how it happened is what's interesting. We hadn't had rain. We're in a drought in South Texas, right? A terrible drought, probably 3 years long now.
Yeah.
About 6 or 7 months ago, probably 7 months ago, was sitting in the studio working on a completely different piece of work, and we heard the thunder. and a distant rumbling thunder, and I asked my wife Arlene to grab a microphone, and she literally, so you'll hear this in the beginning of the song, stuck a microphone out the studio door and recorded that grumbling thunder of approaching rain. The rest is its own story. You'll hear the song, Wonderful Rain. It essentially reflects what it feels like to sit without rain or relief in life or hope for a long, long time and finally have it come. And I literally wrote the song Wonderful Rain in a sit down as that rain came down. It was literally a lot poured out of me as an artist. And it can mean a lot more than rain, obviously. But you'll hear it and you'll see it in the video as the actors in the video depicts the story of Wonderful Rain.
The new album, Heart of Texas.
Heart of Texas. Out in January on iTunes, Amazon, Rhapsody, anywhere you buy your music. Just Google Taco Land, or you'll find it there.
Don't lead anywhere, in a bump in the road, and you're asking yourself why. Trying hard to make life work, but it's harder to love when all of the wealth is run dry. Saw you there and you seemed all alone. You looked in my eyes with something you wanted to say. Hard to put the words in tune, 'cause your mouth is dry. Love's a song played. Wonderful rain. Wonderful rain, wonderful rain. When the morning comes around, you hear the drops of light trickling down. You feel your passion coming alive. Your heart is swelled with the earth when it hits the ground. Wonderful rain, wonderful rain, wonderful rain.
You're watching Buzz TV.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Creative Edge Hair Studio, a full-service salon and spa, committed to providing our community of clients with the latest industry techniques through a superior customer experience.
Ye Old Skull Tattoo is a custom body art studio specializing in the creation of your unique design. Let Ye Old Skull Tattoo make you a work of art.
The Collector's Zone, your top pick for the best selection of hobby-only sports cards, memorabilia, and storage and display supplies. Open Monday through Saturday. Located across from the parlor.
Choice Auto Sales and Service, featuring guaranteed credit approval and a full-service garage. See us at 3570 Ann Arbor Road or at choiceofjackson.com.
Cuppa, located at 634 North Mechanic Street in Jackson, Michigan. The Arts Building. Stop in, see Evan, tell him the Buzz sent you. Eagle Heating and Air, keeping you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call Eagle today.
And now back to the buzz.
Now we're back.
Hierarchy of cops. It goes RoboCop, Real Cop, guy who hangs out at restrooms and tries to solicit other guys, neck and neck, ironically, with the guy from the Village People, bicycle cops, border crossing guards. Border crossing guards are like regular crossing guards with guns. And really, border crossing, it's Canada. It's not like it's a real country. It's America Light. What are you protecting us from? Call me when your flag has 3 colors on it.
Hey folks, today we're in Lansing, Michigan at Connections Comedy Club, and joining us is nationally touring comedian, Mr. Mike Bobbitt. Mike, how's it going?
Good. You made me sound a lot more successful than I feel.
Well, that's what we try to do on the show.
Okay, good.
So tell us, how long you been in the business?
9 years. Started in the year that was 9 years ago. What is that, 2003? I think, yeah, something like that. So, yeah, well, 9 years, trudging hard. At Connections in Lansing 9 years ago. At Connections in Lansing 9 years later. Thought I would have made it a little bit further. But
well, they've got an open mic night down the road here.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do it.
Been there?
No, I'm not allowed to do it because I'm a headliner. So,
right.
Yeah.
So what was it that made you decide you wanted to get into comedy?
In 2003, there wasn't a lot of good stuff on television, so I wanted to get out in the evening to find something to do. It was a thing I wanted to do for a long time. My background's radio and television, and I burned all of those bridges. And I wanted to do comedy, and I just didn't know how to do it, so I took a class, and it turned out I was kind of okay at it, and I just stuck with it. And so here I am. I don't have any marketable skills. This is all I can do.
Hey, I know what you mean because I did comedy for a while. Where did you take the class at?
In Joey's in Livonia, Michigan, with Bill Bouchard, who is also here sometimes. So it's, you know, it was fun. You know, there's a lot of great rooms in Michigan, which is very cool. Like the guy I'm working with right now is from Chicago, and he asked me, he's like, how's the scene in Michigan? And the scene in Michigan is great. Like you said, there's an open mic here in Lansing on Mondays. There's Connections here. There's a couple rooms in Grand Rapids. And we have so many rooms in the Detroit area where if you're a new comedian, you can get on multiple times pretty much any night of the week. It's a really good place for someone to start off now because you get a ton of time if you really are serious about it. And that's the only way to get good at it.
And for a new comedian, it's certainly a lot easier to get on an open mic than to get off, right?
Yeah, someone could really stand to use a watch. Understand that 5 minutes means 5 minutes.
So who are the comedians that you look up to, especially when you were getting started? Who did you look at and go, man, I'd love to do that?
You know, it's weird because I feel like my taste has gotten more refined since I've been doing it. Like, the people I grew up, the reason I got into it was I saw The Amazing Jonathan at the Comedy Castle in Royal Oak, Michigan, and he is from the suburbs of Detroit. And the week that he was in town, I ended up seeing him at the mall, and I was like, what? And he's a guy I saw on like Mike Douglas as a kid, you know, because you and I are both old as, you know, so we remember, right? Yeah, we're as old as the couch. You know, so we remember Mike Douglas, and I was amazed. I was like, there's this guy that I saw on TV. I just saw him live. Now I'm seeing him in the mall. Like, comedy's a thing you can do. And he was a super cool guy. Like, he has a steady gig in Vegas, and I was there, and I contacted him, and I said, seeing you live is why I got into comedy. And he was like, oh, great, when you're in Vegas, you know, drop me a line, and I'll give you the VIP treatment.
What advice would you have for young comedians out there trying to do this as a living? Go back to school?
No, definitely not. I mean, what's more realistic? That you follow your dream and you're one of the people of making it that's going to make it, or that you end up working for a large corporation and you actually get to retire with your 401k and they don't fire you a week beforehand?
Right.
You know,
or they go out of business.
Yeah, or they go out of business.
But there's, you mentioned you went to a comedy class. There's a lot of comedy classes out there, and I think that's probably a good thing for the young guys.
If you're afraid to be on stage, or you don't know how to do it, or you need someone to help you write jokes, then definitely take a comedy class. It's a great way to learn how to swim. A lot of people are very successful at jumping in the deep end of the pool and figuring it out like that. You know, classes are good for some people. You know, some people just take comedy classes because they want to get over a fear of public speaking.
Right.
Some people take comedy classes because they want to learn how to write a joke. And I think comedy is like playing a musical instrument, where you either have like a natural ability for it or you don't. Like, I loved music and I really wanted to be in a band. I'm just not good at playing an instrument. As much as I wanted to do it, if I wanted to do it well, I was going to have to work 10 times as hard as someone else, and I didn't want to do that. So some people, comedy's going to come easy to them and they're going to have an ear for a joke. Some people won't. So, you know.
Trust me, I've seen the people on stage who didn't.
Right. I would say...
but I would definitely give them credit for getting on stage and doing it.
Absolutely. I would say my advice would be get on stage as much as you can, record yourself, and judge yourself really hard. You know, if you go up on stage and you think you kill every time, you don't. Be very conscious of the silence in the rooms and what jokes don't work. Write down all your jokes at the beginning and edit out all the unnecessary fluff, because I guarantee you have some at the beginning, and try to just get as many jokes out there as you can, and you know, engage the crowd, look at them, you know, don't look over their heads. There's a lot of mistakes that you see a lot of people making when they start off, and the only way to get better is by doing it.
So where can our fans find you on the internet?
I have a website, offthemic.com, M-I-K-E, and from there you can link to my Twitter, my Facebook, and everything, and probably my YouTube as well. Everything for me is Off the Mic. The Facebook is at Off the Mic, the Facebook is Off the Mic, the Twitter is at Off the Mic, the YouTube channel is Off the Mic, so everything is Off the Mic.
And if you haven't seen Mike live, go to Off the Mic, see what he's playing, and come check him out.
If you haven't seen me live, then there's something wrong with you. Seriously. See me now while you can afford to, because believe me, once I get famous, I'm not going to do this place.
No.
I say that totally in jest. I love this club.
I know.
This is one of my favorite clubs, and of course I will come back here for 10 times as much money.
So I told him, let's go find that kid. I'll kick his ass. Jake's mom said, you can't beat up a 9-year-old. I was like, please look at me. Are you kidding me? Of course I could beat up a 9-year-old. I could go into a classroom of 9-year-olds and destroy them. Oh, come on. I play Risk. I know strategies. I would knock their terrarium on the floor. Their turtle would be upside down. They'd be freaking out like, Mr. Shelley. Then I start drop kicking Dakotas and Dylans, or whatever they name 9-year-olds these days. Then I'd look at the 8-year-olds and I'd say, see what I did to the 9-year-olds? Shape up or ship out. It's Hunger Games for you guys. No survivors. I'm done holding the door open for people too, because I'm tired of feeling like I'm in the wrong when I say you're welcome after they don't say thank you. Exactly. And I say thank you to everyone. I'll even say thank you to an automatic door. Be like, thank you, technology. You just allowed me to feel like a Jedi for a half a second.
Hey! Where'd that princess go?
And now a word from our sponsors.
Creative Edge Hair Studio, a full-service salon and spa, committed to providing our community of clients with the latest industry techniques through a superior customer experience.
Ye Old Skull Tattoo is a custom body art studio specializing in the creation of your unique design. Let Ye Old Skull Tattoo make you a work of art.
The Collector's Zone, your top pick for the best selection of hobby-only sports cards, memorabilia, and storage and display supplies. Open Monday through Saturday. Located across from the parlor.
Choice Auto Sales and Service, featuring guaranteed credit approval and a full-service garage. See us at 3570 Ann Arbor Road or at choiceofjackson.com.
Cuppa, located at 634 North Mechanic Street in Jackson, Michigan. The Arts Building. Stop in, see Evan, tell him the buzz sent you. Eagle Heating and Air, keeping you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call Eagle today.
And now back to the buzz.
Hi, I'm Chuck Bedwell, and you're watching Buzz TV.
Here we are in Lansing, Michigan at Uli's House of Rock. And joining us is Uli himself. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you, and hope you're all doing well too.
So I understand you have a big announcement to make?
Absolutely. Gotta go to the bathroom. Hang on.
He's gotta go to the bathroom. He'll be right back.
All right. I'm back, and here I am. Yes, we do have an announcement from Washington, D.C. this weekend on Saturday night. It's gonna be a great live entertainment show with Super Bob.
If you guys haven't seen Super Bob, you have no idea what you're missing. This guy is amazing. So there's something else coming up after that? I heard a rumor that a big band was gonna maybe stop in at Uli's and rock the house.
Yeah, we absolutely do. We got a great surprise, and it's gonna be Saliva. Saliva is gonna be here on November 2nd. Don't miss it.
November 2nd, people, do not miss it. Come on down here and see Super Bob. You will be amazed.
I'm Uli, and you just got buzzed.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Creative Edge Hair Studio, a full-service salon and spa, committed to providing our community of clients with the latest industry techniques through a superior customer experience.
Ye Old Skull Tattoo is a custom body art studio specializing in the creation of your unique design. Let Ye Old Skull Tattoo make you a work of art.
The Collector's Zone, your top pick for the best selection of hobby-only sports cards, memorabilia, and storage and display supplies. Open Monday through Saturday. Located across from the parlor.
Choice Auto Sales and Service, featuring guaranteed credit approval and a full-service garage. See us at 3570 Ann Arbor Road or at choiceofjackson.com.
Cuppa, located at 634 North Mechanic Street in Jackson, Michigan. The Arts Building. Stop in, see Evan, tell him the buzz sent you. Eagle Heating and Air, keeping you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call Eagle today.
And now back to the buzz.
It's Lee Kikati with Pop Evil signing off, and guess what? Y'all just got buzzed!
Take a good look at me now. Do you still recognize me? Am I so different inside? This world is trying to change me, and I admit I don't want to change with it, and I admit I can't go on like this anymore. I'm better alone now. See, I'm torn from my mistakes, and I stop believing that I could ever make things change. How much can I take when I know that it hurts you? How long can I wait when I can't go on like this anymore? Erase this monster I become. Forgive me for all the damage done. It's not over. Say it's not over. I'm begging for mercy. I'm only the monster you made me. 'Cause who I am isn't who I used to be. I'm not invincible. I'm not indestructible. I'm only human. Can't you see the beauty in me? Take a good look at me now. Can't you see I've changed? Erase this monster I become. Forgive me for all the damage done. It's not over. Say it's not over. I'm begging for mercy. I'm only the monster you made me. The monster you made me. I see the demons falling far away through the pain. I hear angels calling far away through the pain. I see the demons falling.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, please visit our sponsors. Without them, we won't have a show. While I mention it, hey, if you or someone you know has a business that'd like to be one of our sponsors, please give us a call at 517-206-5104. Check us out on Facebook, Buzz TV Michigan. Check us out on the web at buzztv53.com. Hey, tune in next week when we have special guest, Theory of a Dead Man.